Ever since I was a kid, I was making things. That's all I ever wanted to do. So actually what happened was my parents made me this little workbench under the house, and the under the house was only about this high, so only kids could get under there and the adults had to kind of bend over, and there was this little workbench, and I used to make stuff and make Christmas presents and all sorts of things for people. And my parents never really encouraged me to do that as a career, but when I look back, all I really wanted to do was just to make things. So, and I think that's kind of where it started and where it ended up. I started university and did a commerce degree, and then I left halfway through because it wasn't really working out for me. And I became an artist and just started making stuff, and it kind of evolved. I never really studied to be a jeweler. I just kind of made stuff, and then as the years went along, I kind of learnt a few things here and there, and eventually picked up how to make real stuff, you know. But one of the major turning points for me was teaming up with Ricochet Clothing, and at the time they were one of the biggest labels in Auckland, and we used to do really cool fashion jewellery together, and yeah, that kind of gave me a massive grounding in the industry, and especially in the fashion industry. You know, I really learned a lot from those guys. And then in 2010, it was actually a year after Ricochet was sold, it kind of gave me a little bit of a kick that I needed to start my own label, which was Nick Von K. The funny thing is that, you know, I grew up a meat eater, and now I'm a vegetarian. So it's kind of all changed around, but you know, one of my favourite meals my mum used to make was lasagna. And she taught me how to make that because she thought, you know, he can learn how to make pasta, he can learn how to make mince, and he can learn how to make a tomato sauce. And I kind of took that, and that's kind of evolved into the cannelloni recipe, because there's a tomato sauce, there's pasta, and there's not any mince, but you know, you do the spinach part of it. So it's kind of the vegetarian version of that childhood lasagna. If I'm heading for a family meal with my parents or Lucy's parents, I might do like a roast beetroot salad, or you know, something kind of elaborate. But when it's just me and her at home, it's a little bit more basic most of the time. I'm a real mushroom fan. You know, they're so tasty and they're so easy to cook. But something that's always in the pantry is chili chocolate. Not that I cook with it, but it's always there. That really nice dark chocolate with a bit of chili in it. Well, I guess from my point of view, this is maybe not how other people see me, but from my point of view, I would hope that people would think creative, interesting, and maybe you never know what I'm going to do next.
So what are you doing next?
Well, I can't tell you that.